Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to
Level 93 Playable Characters Podcast.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I mean, I felt it.
One of our worst intros, I think. But,
I think it was great.
Hey,
Hey, you're Brian McGinnis.
Yeah, and you're Calvin Cato.
Oh my God, thank you.
Sorry, Calvin Escato.
Oh.
Right, Hey, guys, hope you had a good New Year's.
Yes.
All that stuff.
And thank you guys so much for listening and for all the comments and feedback. It's been
Yeah,
lovely.
last couple episodes have been on fire.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
On fire, like NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm. Great episode.
Yeah, it was.
WNBA Jam announcer.
Yeah, shout out JL Carvan, who's now left Facebook. So
he did.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do it, but he did it.
Finally. That miserable bastard. Hey, guys, if you like this, obviously make sure you tell someone, subscribe, like. We're on @Playable Podcast on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff.
Yes, we also have a Patreon. If you want to get to our page, patreon.com/Playable Podcast.
We have a Cafe Press. We can buy merchandise.
Yes, if you like a lovely mug or a T-shirt that will tightly fit your body.
I believe there's a thong with your face on it, too.
Oh, there is. There's some like body con stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, also, shout out. Thank you so much to More Banana Productions for letting us record here again.
Yes.
Super lovely. Please check out all their stuff.
Yeah. So, dude.
Yes.
So excited for this guest.
Me too.
We've had many people from his, I guess you can say, kingdom.
Yes. From the Mushroom Kingdom.
Right?
From the Mario verse,
yes,
if you will.
Mario verse. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And this one is a very unique character. I mean, you just kind of, well, she. Or he, we'll find out. Just kind of floated in.
I was like, yeah, you self-identify. You let us know.
Yeah, she'll let us know. But I can't.
She'll let us know.
Lakitu is here today. Hey,
Yes,
Lakitu.
hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
This is amazing.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I feel amazing that you guys would want to talk to little old me.
I mean, you're a
little you.
You're a main. You're such a unique character. I mean, first of all,
oh, thank you so. You're so kind.
we saved on chairs today.
Yes, we did.
You're just floating in your cloud.
Yes, this is Gregory.
I didn't realize the cloud has a name.
Yeah,
because I know it's always smiling.
Have names. Yeah, we can get into it further, but yeah, we're all paired with a cloud.
Oh, really?
Oh, like Avatar?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I like that.
So, Gregory
right away,
and I really hit it off. Thankfully, some people don't,
They don't enjoy their clouds as much.
People. I've been immersed in the human world so long. I kind of tend to refer to my species as people.
Right. That's okay.
It's just like habit now. But you guys I like to relate to you humans. You humans are really fun.
We're barely people anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job of it. I'm just so fascinated by you guys. You guys should be the ones that we're talking to. Humans are fascinating.
Really?
Are there podcasts
That's
in the
so
Mushroom
funny.
Kingdom?
Yeah, absolutely. And we bring humans on. I say we as if I don't have a podcast. I wish. I'm not nearly witty enough. But
we'll find out.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated by humans.
Wow.
Who's some of the podcast hosts?
Some of the podcast hosts.
In the
Well, I
Mushroom
mean, some of the people you'd be familiar with. Again, I'm using people as just a very
Go for it.
catch-all.
Sure.
It's just an interspecies sort of
entities.
any
I got it.
entity.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some of the entities that you're probably familiar with, although they use pseudonyms or aliases, so I don't know if I should blow up their spot.
That's what this podcast is for.
I don't know if I should. Is that what it is?
Give us
this
one.
is like the Howard Stern of
sort of.
Well, we're more of a Wendy
video
Williams
game podcast. Okay. I mean, he's gonna kill me for saying this. Bowser.
He has a podcast.
He has a Pretty Little Liars podcast.
Oh,
really?
He's a huge Pretty Little Liars fan.
Wow. What did he think about the A reveal?
Interesting. I mean, I don't know that much about the show personally. But he was walking around he's already, a pretty big dick to begin with.
Sure.
He was being super shitty that week. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what's up with this
Oh.
letter character, but
Is that show
he
still
was
going on?
pissed about it.
Calvin, do you watch that show?
No, I do not.
Me
Although several friends of mine have told me I should watch it.
Yeah.
They said it'd be up my alley.
Well,
Probably.
you should talk to Bowser about it, or don't, because then he's gonna know. See, you guys already
Oh,
got
yeah.
me in trouble.
Okay, sorry.
You already got me in trouble.
He was on our
Sorry, I'm
podcast
so
for
sorry.
talk about that.
He was here on our podcast. He was our first guest. Maybe he'll be cool, like, because it's us. He might be okay.
Oh,
with
so
it.
you guys know him?
Oh, yeah, he was
Yeah.
here.
Okay, so did he talk about the podcast?
No.
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
See, I don't think he wants people to know. That's like the softer side of him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
He just wants to be all dickwad and firestorm.
Yeah,
That's the
Dickwad.
title of his memoir coming out.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
So what?
So wait, I'm curious.
Okay.
So you said you're fascinated by humans, but yet
Oh my
you seem
gosh.
to keep trying to kill Mario. Like you're.
Well, listen, here's kind of the misconception. Or
Okay.
I mean, again, I guess that's why I'm here. Like you guys said, I'm just supposed to sort of let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for me personally, different entities are involved in the Marioverse in different ways, right? I mean,
Sure.
some of them are born into it. It's just their actual world that they live in and, exist in. For me personally and my species, we're sort of like hired day players. So I'm not even always the, and
Right.
it's actually pronounced Lakitu.
Lakitu.
Oh.
It
Not
was
two.
it's
Okay.
Lakitu because it stands for my species' favorite things: Lambrusco, Kit Kats, and Tums. So people always think it's like a
Tums.
two. Well, right, because after you drink all that Lambrusco and Kit Kats,
Oh.
we love
Interesting.
we eat Tums like they're candy. It's
Yeah.
just like part of it's like
I like a
you
good
guys
Tums.
drinking water like we're eating Tums. So
Okay.
it's actually Lakitu, like the Tums, but that's fine. It's
Oh.
kind of also a colloquial pronunciation. I understand that for you humans in your
It
language,
just makes
the
yeah.
TU
Yeah.
on the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I got confused. 'Cause there's no umlaut,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
hard. Yeah.
I
So,
understand. That's fine. We
Lambrusco-
answered it.
What was
Yeah.
the second? Kit
Kit
Kat?
Kats.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tums.
Yeah.
That sounds
Those-
like a nice Wednesday
those
night.
are
To
That,
be
I was gonna say, that
honest.
sounds like
Yeah.
a pretty typical Calvin
Yeah.
diet, to be honest.
We have a lot in common with humans. I think more so than
My friends, when I used to work at the Olive Garden, no bragging, a long time ago, my friends would make fun of me because the Rio Nitty Lambrusco was my favorite wine there.
Why would they make fun of that?
Because it tastes like grape soda, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like, it's
delicious.
delicious. It was absolutely delicious.
I
Yeah.
can't trust your opinions because you actually like Mike's Hard Lemonade. So
It's
I can't-
delicious. Tastes like candy.
Well, and why would though people make fun of you for drinking
Right,
something that's delicious tasting? What do you want to be like? Oh, is it like the more
I
it
need
tastes
a-
like rubbing alcohol, the
Right,
more
I
of
need
an
like
adult
a-
you are?
I need like a
Yes.
real dull.
Yes, it is.
I need a real dull red wine that tastes like crap. Like, no, thank you. And it was cold. It was chill.
Hell
Hell yeah, it does.
Satisfying.
There's so much
You
better
don't like
red wine.
Lambrusco?
Like you would turn it down, Calvin.
If
I
it was
mean,
here in
that's not
Romeo,
the
you would
point.
drink it.
The point is, no, I'm not a big fan. I actually prefer I'm more of a white wine person. So,
Yeah.
in fairness, and a champagne person.
Okay.
But
I
You're
mean,
an
I like
alcohol
all,
person.
but
but I like Riesling. I don't know. I
I'm not a. Well, I mean, I guess I listen. Who am I
Right.
to judge?
So
I
then
like
in-
just about any alcohol. Yeah, we like that's. Our drinking problems are probably something my species has in common with humans.
Yeah, sure.
Most of all.
is that why
It's
the
right
cloud
there
always
in our
sways back
name.
and forth?
It's right there. Well,
Gregory's kind of tipsy also.
no, the clouds don't actually. They don't imbibe. I mean, they
Okay.
could, but it doesn't. They're not built for
Yeah.
it to affect them.
He's very quiet.
They don't.
I can see.
Our clouds don't actually talk.
Wow.
The way that
How do you communicate?
it's
Yeah.
not verbal like vocalizations.
Mhm.
It's more of I guess the closest way to describe it to humans would be sort of like a telepathic.
Wow.
Oh.
But it's more like an intuitive. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like a feeling I get
Sure.
when you say Gregory. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
He
just
agrees.
kind of like looked at you and
Yeah.
winked a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, he agrees.
Like, do you step on him the wrong way and he can tell, like, hey, move your foot a little bit or something?
Sure. I mean, they also don't have the in addition to not having the ability to actually verbally speak the way we do. They don't actually have, feelings and like nerve
Wow.
endings the way we do.
Mhm.
Like physical, they don't really
Yeah.
have a feeling. It's more like they have emotional feelings.
Sure.
Mhm.
But they can't really feel.
He just nodded.
He could like run into something and like, yeah, exactly. What's that? He said I'm kind of explaining it not entirely correctly. But also, this isn't your podcast, Gregory, and I'm not trying to be like a bitch, but I feel like we've already talked about Gregory too much.
Sure.
I mean, like,
let's
he's
move
a
on.
life partner to be sure, but at the
Yeah.
same time, we're not like
No.
like conjoined twins. Are they the same entity? Do we need to talk about all of them
Right.
all the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
together?
I'm sure
Like,
one's
no,
more
we're
interesting.
separate entities.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, do you have
A conjoined twin?
no, do you
I
have
did.
did you really?
Well, I don't want to talk about that
Okay,
today.
fine. Did you have do you have like maybe like dates come over inside of Gregory? Do you guys hang out? Like how does this
So
That's
no, this
interesting.
is a big way we differ from humans, and this is one of the reasons
Okay.
I'm very fascinated by humans. It's because, well, first of all, we're all what's the term humans would use? What's that, Gregory?
fancy?
Yes, thank you. Non-binary.
Okay.
So we're non-binary. We don't really understand. I just don't personally understand, but I'm fascinated by human relationships and, you know, romantic and like sexual relationships. It's like very interesting to me. And the way you guys sort of put people in these gender boxes,
Right.
it's very. Who started that, by the way?
There's
Was
a lot
there
of
like a reason for that, or is it just?
there's a lot of boxes
wish
now
I-
though.
I wish
That's
I knew.
for
I
sure.
don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's a
I don't
lot
know
of, like-
who you guys could talk to about that, or if you wanted me to talk to someone about that for
Well,
you. but-
Calvin's favorite book,
I mean,
the
there's a-
Bible, kind of started. Man and woman, right?
Actually, I think it was a
I've
very
heard that.
Christianity
It all
thing. I
started
feel like
then.
pre-Christianity, it was kind of like, whatevs.
Yeah, because like because like
And
thousands
God said,
what
"Let there be whatevs."
because like a long time ago in like before that there's pharaohs were like fucking anything they wanted, men,
Yeah.
women, and the women too.
Yeah,
probably.
it was
didn't
just
matter.
like
Whatever
free
felt-
for
'Cause
all.
Whatever
And-
felt good.
Absolutely.
Because I remember, like, in Roman times, during the Roman Empire, like, a lot of it was just a matter of, like, social status. Like,
Sure.
Right.
So you could, like, fuck your slaves if you want. I mean, that's also other
Wow, Calvin.
problem. I mean, I'm not saying...
You
Look.
said the S word.
I can,
Oh,
yes.
damn it! I can't even say that anymore.
Nope, sorry. You have to go with involuntary servitude.
Okay. You got a lot of boxes.
Humans, you guys have so many
Yeah.
rules.
So
But
you,
yeah, so we're
yeah.
non-binary,
Oh, yeah.
and then also just not. What's again the human term? You guys sort of have a, I guess what would you call someone who's just like non-sexual, asexual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of our deal. I
Oh,
mean,
so
so
you- okay.
we have friendships and relationships, and
Sure.
to the other Lakitas, and then also obviously to each of our clouds that we're paired with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Gregory, I know we got here late, but we'll get you to your thing after. Jesus fucking Christ.
What is
What is
do?
he doing?
He's all stressed out because like he has a thing. I don't know. We try to like set boundaries where we don't tell each
Sure.
other everything all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have to go somewhere, you're
but
taking
he
him.
is a thing. Well, yes, it is sort of like being conjoined twins in that way where
But-
we do. Well, I mean, I can't get around
without him.
without
Yeah, I was
Gregory.
gonna ask,
So he
like-
has a little bit of power over me in that way,
Okay.
which is always been a bit of a struggle for us, hasn't it been, Gregory?
Can you go somewhere? Can he go somewhere without you though? Like, do you just stay home and hang out? Like,
He
maybe when he goes to his thing.
He
His cloud rally.
can, but also, there's a little bit of codependency I think you build up when you're
Mhm.
paired with someone for that
Sure.
long. So
Yeah.
even though we want to sort of separate ourselves as individuals and have our own like secrets from each other and lives from each other, there's sort of like a physical dependency that like, he
Yeah.
feels both metaphorically and in actuality empty when I'm not sitting in him.
It's-
Do you know?
I get that feeling all the time. It's not really not like this extreme, but like kind of like parasite and a host in a way.
Yeah, well,
Well, I
I
would say
don't
it's more like-
appreciate that.
I was gonna say, but
analogy.
not with the negative connotation.
Well, no.
Just
Well, then that's commensalism.
But
commensalism.
Yeah.
what's that?
Like
Involuntary
thing?
commensalism.
where it's like they both kind of. Well, more voluntary. It's like they both help each other. It's like a shark and a remora, where the remora will like
Yeah.
attach to the shark,
Okay.
and so the shark's not really hurt, but the remora is like kind of eating all the like
Like the
shark
bird that
debris.
eats the things off the
Right.
the rhinoceros.
Yeah, rhinoceros and like what was it called an oxpecker, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
Sure.
Because also
I
anytime
don't know.
I
I'm
help,
trying to use my bio skills.
I'm impressed by that. I haven't heard most of those words. I also, but that's the Lakita's way. We don't need like
Yeah.
science really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we do, but we don't like need to know about it the way you humans do.
Yeah.
Like you guys are all like being tested by things about things. What's that
Yeah.
about?
I don't
think
know.
we
What's
are.
school about? Did that really help you guys?
No,
That's all
No.
I need to know.
just did it.
But like the Lakita balances out the cloud. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So Gregory would just be sort of like floating away. He has a harder time navigating himself.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
you're that kind of steer the
Which-
ship.
Yeah,
I got you.
exactly.
That makes sense.
I am curious about that, just because like I know that sometimes there are times where like Mario will like step on a Lakitu
Mhm.
and then like hop into
I
the
was just
cloud
gonna
and
ask-
then
I was
start driving the
Literally
cloud.
just gonna
Yeah.
say
So
that.
like, how do the clouds feel about that?
Well,
Does he
here's-
know? He knows. It's
Well,
not you.
here's the thing. So this is, I guess, going back to, I kind of lost my train of thought before. So some of the entities just exist within the Mario sphere, right?
Mhm.
But then for Lakitus in our clouds, we're actually hired day players, I think is what I started to say.
Yeah.
So basically, we come into the world as a hired day player, we do the thing, and then when that gameplay's over, that we were in, whatever particular gameplay we're involved in, we go home and like we have other side jobs. Actually, because we're
Oh.
sort of more like freelancers, so that's how I got involved in the Mario Kart game in addition
Yeah.
to
Oh,
the Super
yeah.
Mario World games,
Yeah.
so I'm the one. And that was something that I just kind of, was talking to some of the other entities, and they were like, we were trying to find someone to like start the race every time. I was like, well, I could do that
Maybe that's
in between my world things,
that's
so we're just kind of like picking up little things every now and then.
Yeah. Plus you
I
can't get hurt.
bartend a couple days a week.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
Wow.
With
Yeah.
Gregory?
I don't
In
know why that's
Mushroom
funny.
Kingdom or in the human world?
And still for the Mario. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
Sorry, I
I
was trying
can
to.
visit. No, I appreciate the question. I know sometimes I forget like how much or little I have to explain.
Sure.
I mean, I still coexist with the other Mario World entities, but I can
Mhm.
kind of like go in and out of the gameplay,
Well, that's
if that
cool.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like
amazing.
Wreck-It
But
Ralph.
some of them are like exactly always in the gameplay. Exactly,
Yeah.
it's great an analogy. And I can visit the human world, but I guess technically we could physiologically exist in the human world, but like why?
I would. Yeah. It's.
I feel
I
the
would-
same way, honey.
I would love to just jump in a cloud and go somewhere. Wouldn't that
Me
be
too.
great?
But again, like that doesn't
It's
injure the
pretty
cloud at all. Like if,
Yeah.
like for example, if Brian
Oh,
were to step into it.
So
Why me? 'Cause
Okay,
I'm,
so
'cause
back
I'm
to
a
like
giant.
they're built for that. I mean, they're literally built to like, house another creature, and it just
Yeah.
there's
Gregory's-
really
Gregory-
no difference in me being in Gregory or one of the other clouds versus Mario versus
Yeah.
Luigi.
Mhm.
I guess the only thing being they aren't as intuitively. I mean, if you sat in the cloud, Brian or Calvin, or if Mario or Luigi did,
He's kinda
they
giving me a
couldn't
skeptical look.
communicate the same.
Oh right.
Well, he's exactly, because basically he's telling me like
Right.
how annoying it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
So
you
we
can't
can't.
communicate the same way, so he's just sort of like, yeah, I know.
We
No,
could
you
s-
fucking hate it. I get it. No, he always complains to me about it because it's like you can't there's not the same communication that
Yeah.
I have with
I could
Gregory.
sit in them, but I can't go
you
anywhere.
can't go. I mean, he would just be doing whatever, and intuitively,
Right.
and they're not by nature,
I got
evil creatures. They're like kind creatures
Mm-hmm.
mostly. Well, I know you did say that really fucking cunty thing the other day, Gregory.
Wow.
But
Clouds got a bitch sometimes. I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, they still have feelings, but so that's the only thing. And I mean, they would intuitively, they know what they're supposed to be doing, but I
Yeah.
mean, you wouldn't be able to be like,
Right. I got
hey.
Right.
Or well, I'm sorry. I guess I misspoke a little. I mean, you could verbalize to him, and he could hear you and understand you, but you couldn't communicate. Like he can't communicate with you.
Gotcha.
You wouldn't be able to hear what he's saying.
Okay, so if I were like, "Hey, can we go to Target?" and he wouldn't be like, "Hey, I also need T-shirts." Like,
Correct.
okay.
Or if he was like,
I don't know if you
I don't have time. I have that thing after.
Right.
Oh,
You wouldn't know.
yeah,
You would
yeah.
just think he was being bitchy and not wanting to take you.
Okay.
And it's just frustrating for
It
him.
would be.
It's
Yeah.
right. It's like it's like a mute. It's like
Yeah.
it's like he's Ariel in The Little Mermaid during that non-speaking time,
Yes, totally.
and it's just very frustrating.
bet.
But he doesn't have as many ways to like physiologically act things out. I mean, he doesn't have limbs. He doesn't. I mean, he has expressions like the one he's giving me right now because
Yeah.
he fucking hates doing these interviews
Oh.
because he can't speak. It's frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, Gregory.
Yeah, seriously,
thank
thank
you.
you.
So,
See, Gregory, they're
And
nice
then-
people.
I have a question about space issues because I know you
Yes.
said that you're, asexual and everything, but
Mhm.
yet you make so many Spinies that you get to throw out.
Yeah.
Like, how does the
Mm.
spatial compartment work?
For them to be stored in there.
Yeah.
do you
Well,
have- yeah.
this is kind of the interesting thing too. Like I was telling you about Gregory and the other clouds, how they aren't able to feel, or they aren't, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? They're like made of different stuff than us. Again, I'm not a scientist,
Right.
you guys. But it's sort of like I'm trying to think of how to put this in human terms. It's almost like a space-time continuum thing where like
Wow.
you I guess that's maybe not the right way to explain it, but it's like you're looking at Gregory now, right? And you're seeing like Gregory is taking up a finite amount of
Sure.
space,
Mm-hmm.
but like what you can't see, I don't even know if you guys could see if you lean in, but if you see like right here,
It's
kind
like
of
a
like
void.
it's like it's like basically goes on almost forever.
It's like a void. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know how it works,
That's pretty awesome.
but it's all we've ever
Wow.
known.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
So it's just like almost, but it's not as if it's a portal. Like I don't think, actually, I've never tried to go in there because I just figured what is it for me in there, but I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe it is a portal. I
Maybe
could
we'll,
climb
maybe
through
I'll try it
Gregory.
later.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Gregory says you better fucking not.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So
Sorry.
do you keep like your wallet or your pocketbook? I mean, do you keep
Well,
like other
I
stuff
mean,
in there? Like,
You know, I don't usually take stuff with
Okay.
me. I do have, what do I need during the day? Because especially, I guess, other than, you know, when I'm coming to the human world,
Right.
if I wanted to like grab a sandwich or something, I would, I guess, need human money.
Right.
But just like in the Mario world,
they might just give it to you.
We
They
don't
might just-
really-
if they see you,
that's true.
they might just be so impressed that you came into their shop.
Or they might arrest me. That's
Yeah.
you know, something that I get nervous about when I come to the human world. It's just like
yeah, we're quick to arrest or pull the
weird
trigger.
Yeah.
looks and like, yeah,
So so you said you bartend, you said, right?
I do.
What's the name of the bar you
I do.
you bartend at? Is it
It's not actually, I mean, I don't know what it would be in human terms. It's just sort of like more of like a sound
okay?
that, you know, in our Mario entity world. But
gotcha.
I'm trying to think, what's that, Gregory? Oh, all right. Gregory says it would transfer to Drunk McGee's.
Drunk McGee's.
Oh, okay.
I think we have a few of those here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we have several of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
cool. You know.
Do you enjoy the Mario
Interesting.
Kart since you can't be technically killed by Mario in that one? Or
You know, it's nice because it's a much more cushy gig.
Yeah.
You know, obviously in the Super Mario world, I have
it's dangerous.
I don't have. It's dangerous in the way of like that stunt person, like in the human world.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I am at risk of some physical dangers, but since I'm just a day player and I'm not actually affected by the ins and outs of the
Gotcha.
world,
Yeah.
it's like sort of finite danger, right? But it's more just effort, which is sort of a bummer, you know.
Because I feel like sometimes, like, I see you struggling when you have to lift like the larger characters off.
It's
of
hard,
you know?
yes. And I mean, it takes some. I have to like aim.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I have to ask Gregory to go pretty fast, pretty high, pretty low.
Oh yeah, that's
Pretty
true.
all over the place, which
Yeah.
is like, you know, yeah, I know. Great. He doesn't love heights, which was a strange.
For a cloud, yeah.
It's like a strange affliction for some clouds to be. I mean, you know, just like humans sometimes have strange phobias
Yeah.
and things that don't quite make sense and make life harder. And unfortunately, Gregory was one of those fear of heights clouds
Yeah.
that, you know, I know.
So-
But so it's rough. Whereas like in the cart game,
Yeah.
yes, it's just cushy. There's no stakes. I can kind of like, you know, be reading or
Yeah, but you have to like be
on
ready
the
in
side.
in case somebody falls off Rainbow Road, for example. You got to dive really deep, really fast.
Yeah.
I do
Have you ever,
have
like,
to.
That must be very busy.
Have you ever- have you ever-
Rainbow Road?
Have you ever missed anybody?
People
Like
Have I ever missed anybody and like that they never returned from
maybe
the
like
void?
on purpose, like Wendy Koopa, like fuck her, and she just
Oh,
kept
Wendy
falling.
fucking Koopa! Don't even get me started.
Oh, whoa.
I've never left anyone down
Okay,
there.
good. On
I've never
purpose.
left anyone down there on purpose. I maybe would take longer
Right,
to retrieve them.
couple extra seconds.
Do you know what I mean?
Let
Yeah,
'em sweat
why
it
not?
out.
Absolutely,
I hear ya.
especially in like the ghost world.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's someone I don't like, because then I mean, I don't think that humans can see it from the gameplay screen, but I mean the entire like bottom of like the void once you fall off is just treacherous ghosts.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, they're trying to eat you actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Boo Boo Castle. What's that one called?
Yeah, Boo's Haunt, is that right?
Boo's
yeah, Boo's
Haunted
Haunted Castle. Yeah.
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 But oh my God, so they're all trying. Do you have to continue
so
to stare at them so that they stop moving?
Well, yeah, I mean,
hard to keep
when
staring
you're
at
down
every
there,
single
I know
ghost.
you can't stare
Yeah.
at all
Oh,
at
right.
once. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
they're everywhere all
Yeah.
around you, and so sometimes I'll leave them down there a little bit longer if they're pissing me off. You know?
And by the
Just
way,
depends.
what
Yeah.
happened to? Because I remember earlier you used to be able to collect coins, and then they just stopped doing that for a bit. What happened
you know,
there?
it was just honestly, and this is gonna sound like the shittiest answer, but it was more of just like a financial logistical thing. You know what
Wow.
I mean? We just ran out of like we had to tighten the budgets. I know.
There's
It's,
coins.
it's not the answer you want to hear.
There's
I know,
coins in the
but
newest
I
Mario
just think it's
Kart.
unfair. Like, can you start a union for that? Because you should be paid. That's a lot of work.
I know. Well, no, I mean, I can still. You mean that should for me to have coins or for the players to have coins?
Oh no, for you to get coins again. Well, because I know they brought coins back, but I think like
Well, I mean, that's just for the show of gameplay. We just didn't want to throw it around.
Oh.
Exactly. People felt like it was like a waste to invest in like showy gameplay coins. But don't worry, I still get my coin off screen.
Yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah.
As long as you
Don't
secure
worry.
that bag.
Thank you.
That's all I
Thank you
care
for
about.
thank you for looking out though.
I do.
Thank
Because
you.
because I thought the coins were like tips, and where it's like, oh, thanks for saving me. Here's 2 coins. 'Cause that'd be great. You know.
We actually
But-
don't, and we don't even do tips in the Mario sphere.
sorry, she does?
That like doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What?
Tipping doesn't exist.
Oh, but then
It's
you get
actu-
paid a proper amount.
Oh, I
right?
get paid a proper amount.
Okay,
yes,
good,
but
good.
we don't do tips. That's another strange human thing. Why did
Yeah.
that start? Why don't people just get paid what they should get paid?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Why are you humans? Why do you do so many strange things?
that's a whole nother podcast.
I
That's a good
know.
question, though.
We asked it so much. Although recently in New York, we passed that minimum wage law that went into effect, so now people are getting paid a proper wage. Well,
was
in certain
exciting.
industries.
But that doesn't affect that doesn't
Yeah,
affect
unfortunately
certain like
doesn't.
in servers, am I right?
Yeah.
The server thing is weird that they still are able to make
It's-
$2.50 an hour or something like
Yeah.
that. Olive Garden,
Crazy.
It's a lot of BS.
$2 an hour. I think I made it.
Oh my
Olive Garden.
God, should we go to
Yeah,
Olive Garden
it's-
Plus a lot.
next
You should. Plus a lot of tips. Yeah. So.
Actually, yeah, that's where we conclude every interview is at Olive Garden.
week? I love that. It's one of my favorite things about you humans.
Our crazy restaurants.
Yes.
Are you
fan-
Unlimited breadsticks. What does that even mean?
It just means so many
just you eat
breadsticks.
till you die?
Yeah, that's what we like
Pretty
to do.
much, yeah.
That's kind of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy.
There's just an article the other day who said there was a guy who was like 500 pounds. He's going to sit there and play games until he dies.
Wait,
What?
what?
And he was enormous.
Are
Play
you?
video games
Yeah.
until he dies?
Yeah.
And he said this is my plan?
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if he might have died. I don't know.
This is gonna sound
It was like
rude.
recently.
Humans?
Right?
This is gonna sound a little rude.
What are you doing?
He's 500 pounds.
Something like it was disgusting. Sorry, he was very, very large. Like one of those, like, he wasn't like a
Humans are
good
very
500. He wasn't
mean.
like a healthy 5. He was like, he's just like,
No, that's
Healthy fun.
you know what I mean? It's not like he's like, I still look good. It's not like that. He just like, yeah, he was a
Is
slob.
that the mostly muscle 500?
He wasn't like a,
He was like Kingpin 500.
he wasn't like a defensive endman 380. You know what I mean? He was,
Oh, I'm sorry, what's that, Gregory? Yeah, I know. They're being very cunty.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
yeah.
Ryan, you and Gregory would get along. I feel maybe you're
Why?
both on a good mind meld. Well,
I'm not cunty.
really,
You are the cuntiest.
You were. That was the cuntiest statement you just. Like we're saying cunty so many times in this podcast.
Sorry that I brought it into
It's
play.
okay, Lakitu.
That's like a very I mean we adopted it from humans, but then for the Lakitus, it's not as like aggressive as it is for humans.
It's like
It's more just like idiot.
it's like
It's like very innocuous
Yeah.
sort of.
I feel
like-
like cunt is a very Australian thing.
they say like it's jerk or twat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
twat. Yeah, things
Yeah.
like that.
That's actually very offensive to
Yeah,
the
I'm
Lakitus.
sorry.
That's okay. I don't take
Now, hold
offense.
on.
I'm just saying if you were in the Mario sphere, I just
Sure.
wanted you to know.
No, your species or your entity,
Mhm.
you're all called Lakitu.
Correct.
Do you have a specific name that you go by?
No. Isn't
Really?
that strange?
Oh, it's
well,
that
it's
is.
something that is strange to me that humans do.
That
so
we
I,
have
I
na- oh,
know
yeah,
that
there you go.
it's strange to. I recognize that it's strange to you guys
Yeah.
that
See,
we don't have our individual names, but I think it's so strange that you guys do. Because what's the point?
Doesn't like
you're
paperwork
in
get
front-
messed up?
Well, I mean, we don't need paperwork
Do you have a
for
number?
much.
Do you get paid?
Wait, then how do you
No.
get your checks? Like, what do they sign them?
Oh,
Just
I
like-
mean, we have like physical currency. We
Like
just
right then and
exchange.
there,
It's
they
like
just
very
get-
simple. Yep, right then
Oh.
and there. Right then and there. We don't have like online shopping and things like that. You're just like purchasing things.
Is it all?
if you're face to face? Do you know what I mean?
Is everything in the cloud? High fives. High fives.
I don't
Nothing.
get it.
It's a joke.
I think Gregory
Oh,
just
it's like a
frowned for the
he
human
first
did.
joke?
time.
He did. I'm sorry.
It's a human joke.
Yeah.
It was a
No,
human
it's a
joke,
Brian joke.
Gregory.
It's a Brian joke. That's not a human
It's
joke.
very different.
So yeah, we just use our currency, face
Mm.
and we don't want for much. So different from you humans.
I guess. Yeah.
I just
we
like
want
me
too
and
much.
Gregory. We just hang out. We sleep a lot. I know
nice.
it's very boring. Again, we
Sounds
should
nice,
turn the
though.
microphone on you guys.
Yeah.
My life is I go, I throw shit at Mario. I start the clock every now and then on the, my side cart job, bartend at Drunky McGee's, and then when I'm not doing those things, it's I'm like just hang out with Gregory, but just literally not even. I mean, we don't have television and stuff. We just communicate.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We sleep a lot.
Let's talk about Mario while you almost kind of wrap up here. Now, you throwing stuff on him.
Yeah.
Most people that we've had on the show are not a fan of his.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe they would say that. Everybody's so open on this show.
People feel comfortable here. How are you feeling?
Wow. I feel really comfortable.
See?
You've already gotten me to reveal a few things.
Yeah. And considering you said you have a problem with Wendy Okupa, which what's up with that?
I mean,
I mean, just look.
Should I really get into this?
Look at her.
What? See?
I'm just saying. She seems mean.
Gregory, you're not going to tell her that when we go back. She doesn't need to know that Brian said that.
Yeah.
Hey, if she wants
Gregory's
to come on,
got loose lips.
she can come on.
It's not even that. It just goes back to we both like the same guy, and I mean, I know we're asexual, but I had
it happens.
Yeah.
Feelings,
Sure.
because we can still have interpersonal relationships and feelings. So she wanted to bang him feelings. I just thought, oh, it's sort of like what would be the human equivalent. You know how when you're in junior high and it's very you're my best friend. No, you're my best friend.
Yes.
It's more like that sort of territorial,
I love you
friendship.
said that junior high that. Inhumans, that still happens now.
Does it?
Yes.
You guys don't grow out of that?
No.
Some people don't.
So, there's so many things that I thought we would outgrow.
Is fucking hard.
It is.
It is. It's.
Calvin's
you should watch Degrassi. It's a very good documentary about how humans live.
Oh, is that with Drake?
Yes.
You know
yes.
Drake?
Yeah.
We have Drake.
Oh, really?
Drake is one of the few crossover artists that cross over to the Mario.
The newly discovered pedophile Drake.
It's Drake.
Did you see that video?
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
Oh my god,
that
I just watched that earlier
crazy.
too.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
It's crazy.
I mean, because there's already that problematic thing where he was friends with that 13-year-old actress, Millie Brown, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, Millie Bobby Brown.
He's got a
Is
reputation.
that really her name?
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
Stranger Things.
It's not even a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is it her prerogative?
Yes.
Sorry.
It is.
That was a
I've
Calvin
heard
joke.
of Millie
Yeah, come on.
Bobby.
My joke was way better. My joke was way better.
Anyway, but yeah, insane.
So back
Bobby
to
Brown's the other one we have. So yeah, the only we have very limited crossover of humans that have
She got some
made
good
it into
people there.
popularity. So
Yeah.
we have Drake crossed over into the Mario sphere, Bobby Brown, and Lauren Bacall.
That's
The actress?
a random
Yes.
one. Interesting. How'd she cross over?
We just take good acting very seriously.
Okay.
I got it. That's fair. It's like in Japan, there's this gay porn star who sadly recently died, who was popular in Japan just because he had these random bodybuilder videos. And you would think,
Wow.
Billy Harrington, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
A
We
regular
don't have him
porn
in the
star
Mario sphere.
here
Yeah, he was a
That was
gay porn star
popular
in the
America.
U.S.
Okay.
He was a famous gay porn star in the U.S. in the maybe late 90s, early 2000s. And then he was also a bodybuilder, and his bodybuilder videos
interesting.
crossed over in Japan. They
Well,
were,
was
they
he
loved this
butt
guy.
naked in his videos? Is that why?
I, in
could see
fairness,
that.
had not seen
Yes,
those.
you have.
No. I mean, I've
You
seen
bought it on QVC. You bought the box set.
No, I'm saying no. I've literally seen his pornography. I've never seen his bodybuilding videos.
I wonder if he's butt naked in
What's
that.
QVC?
I don't think he is.
QVC is oh man, how do you, it's a literally it's a home shopping network.
Yes. So it's you pay for things in person. So it's paying for things but over the phone, and the things usually break after 2 weeks.
So paying for them over the internet.
In a way,
Sort
but it's
of,
but it's
like the phone.
You're watching TV,
telephone.
and
Yeah.
you have to call, and you can possibly get on TV and be like, "I love those blankets."
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Well,
Wow.
tell you what, Marge, we're sending you those blankets."
This is so fascinating
Yeah.
and pointless.
That's an entire channel 24/7.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have famous
Who's
people on
funding
there.
this?
The guy George Foreman.
And people sit at home, humans sit at home and watch it and call on the
Yes.
phone?
Usually
when
like
they
Sit
could
all
go
day.
in the internet or go in
yeah,
real life?
usually
Yeah.
the large people that play games all day.
Yeah,
It's
that
usually-
500-pound person may be that person.
it's usually
What's
them.
that, Gregory? No, we're leaving soon. Jesus fucking
Sorry, Greg.
Christ.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Any last
yes.
words on Mario or
Yeah, or what's in
Oh.
your future? Any books or a blog?
So
podcasting maybe now?
well,
You're
I mean,
great at
maybe
this.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Just
It's very
thank
kind
you.
of you.
Thank
if I
you.
did a podcast, would you guys come on?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
totally.
If we
Love
just
to.
We've been
It's
trying
funny.
to get through those pipes to get to the mushroom for a long time.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Mushroom Kingdom.
I mean, maybe we can work something out because I
Yeah.
think there would really be a market for, hearing about the human world and more of this VQC?
QVC, yes.
QVC, yeah.
Now, would they call us
Wow.
human or would they call us Brian and Calvin?
I got it. Well, they could call you Brian and Calvin.
Okay,
We
cool.
respect your human traditions
Cool.
and cultural norms. Yeah. And Mario, you know what? I'm gonna be very diplomatic.
Go for it.
Mm.
He won't come on
he's
the show.
not the
He
worst
refused.
person I've ever met.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that Wendy?
Yeah.
Is Wendy the worst
It's
person?
Wendy, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Wendy is the worst.
She
yeah.
seems mean.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm so disappointing. Although she does kind of seem like a bitch. The way she draws her
She
eyebrows on her, very angry.
She seems bratty. Very bratty.
She is. She's just very immature.
She's the only girl out of the family.
She's
She
super
Yeah.
immature.
She's like little
super
Kim. I get it.
doesn't know who her
spoiled.
mom is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
And she liked the way Pretty Little Liars ended, if that says anything about her.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
know what that
does.
means, but I can tell.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, she's that
a
girl.
real whore.
You heard, Wendy, come defend yourself. You're welcome. Bring your brothers Lenny and Squiggy, whoever you want to bring on.
Squiggy.
I don't know. Who is it?
Iggy.
Iggy, Roy, Ludwig.
Yes.
Who else is there?
Morton.
Morton. Morton Downey Cooper Jr.
Actually, no, it is named after
I know.
Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah. There's a
Oh,
bunch
you
of
guys
them.
are good. You really know
Larry?
the
Yes, Larry.
You really know the Cooper family.
We're big
Yeah.
fans of you guys.
We
yeah.
are, and we
Oh,
try to do a
thank
research for
you.
every guest. You know,
Thank
We
you.
can't-
I
so
feel bad though.
much.
Whenever I'm playing the game as Mario, whenever I see you,
Yeah.
I always want to get inside that cloud. So I apologize if I'm hurting you.
That's okay.
Okay.
No, you're not hurting me,
Good,
and you're
good.
not. You're a mild annoyance to Gregory
Okay.
or whichever cloud it happens to be that
Right.
day. I mean, because there's a few of us
Right.
we
Yeah.
rotate.
Sure, sure.
But it's no big deal, guys.
Yeah.
What, Gregory? Yeah, he says that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Gregory.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you want to play a quick game with us before
Let's
you go?
do it.
Let's play a game of Wed Bed Dead, everybody.
All right.
Yay. So, Lakitu, we're going to give you 3 video game characters, okay?
Oh, okay.
And,
Yes.
and you're just going to tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. Sound
Okay,
good?
great.
So, you may know some of them here. Actually, you probably just may know one. I think we had this guy recently made, but King DDD.
Oh,
He's from Kirby's Dream Land.
okay.
He's like the main villain, right, Calvin?
Yes.
Uh,
Main villain in the earlier games, and then he becomes like a frenemy, I guess.
yeah, he's wearing like a Santa robe for some reason all the
Okay.
time.
Yeah. Because he's a king.
He's
well,
huge. He's actually enormous.
he's a very large penguin with a mallet. He
A
Yeah.
large mallet penguin. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a big mallet there that smashes things.
Okay.
he can
can
fly somehow, even though he's a penguin.
Yeah,
we
he
don't
Interesting.
ask.
He can he kind of like floats,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you're used to that.
Bounces. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand
he
that.
bounces around the air.
So we're into flowers. He's a
Okay.
big eater. If you're a foodie,
Oh wow.
you're gonna love him. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess he would eat a lot since he's a giant fat penguin.
What is with you and fat people today,
Nothing.
Brian?
I'm just saying he's a pretty large penguin.
Brian, you're like very triggered right
I'm
now.
not at all. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Humans are
Um,
so unnecessarily
Brian's on.
panty.
I know. Brian's on the whole 30, so that's what's happening.
Are you really, Brad?
Am I what?
You doing the whole 30 for real?
What's that mean? What does that mean?
No, it was an inside joke. We were joking about it earlier.
Oh, the diet?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't diet. So this next guy is from. I think he's actually from the original Punch Out arcade.
Oh.
He's also in Super Punch Out. He's like a Bruce Lee guy, Dragon Chan.
Oh.
Okay.
He's a boxing
Oh.
kickboxer fighter guy, Dragon Chan.
If I could feel sexual attraction, I feel like I'd feel it.
Yeah.
Do you like
Yeah.
this? He's very
Yeah.
limber.
Mhm.
I mean, theoretically, I know why I should like it. It's like a shirtless human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He jumps around the ring and kicks Little Mac in the face.
Oh my god.
That's cheating, isn't it?
And, you know, and we had Glass Joe on, remember?
Yeah.
There's no rules in this league. He said, like,
Yeah.
there's no rules. Great Tiger, whatever his name, he flies around,
Yeah.
you know. So
This is like Kumite. It's crazy.
what's Kumite? We had that on. You said that once before.
You never seen Bloodsport? It's just, so Bloodsport is like Jean-Claude Van Damme
Right.
movie. And so Kumite is basically this, like no holds barred combat that's like this underground fighting ring in like Thailand or somewhere in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
It's a great
Okay.
movie. Like they've done montages where of the number of times Jean-Claude Van Damme kicks someone in the face in that movie.
Mhm.
I think it's like 40 times.
Dragon Chan.
Also a
right?
lot of splits.
Would love that.
Oh yeah.
And this last guy here from Final Fantasy VII,
Oh, Barrett.
Barrett, big
Wow.
Barrett
Literally
Literally
Zangief.
Large
Yes.
thighs.
dude. Yeah.
large thighs. He has a gun for an arm.
Jesus.
Oh.
Into that sort of thing.
That's
Oh my
exciting.
god.
He's like the only black guy in the game.
In the entire series, right? There's not
Oh
many.
no. Then
There's a
later
couple
they
more?
had another one where they were like
no, they had one more.
they're like, we don't want this to be super racist, so we'll have a black guy with a huge afro that a bird lives in.
Here's like a 3D.
Oh
model.
wow, that's a much hotter picture of
That's
him.
a cool one.
Okay. All right.
So he's like a
give us
resistance
his
freedom
background.
fighter.
Yeah.
He's
That's
a hero.
exciting.
He takes care of a little girl who's white, so
Okay.
he doesn't see color.
All right.
He's actually a really nice guy.
All right.
So he doesn't know he's black.
He knows he's
Oh, okay.
black.
He said he doesn't see color, so I wasn't. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, he curses a lot,
Wow.
like a
Oh,
lot.
okay. I relate
I don't know if
to
you're into
that.
well, you said cunt like
Yeah.
500 times.
I
So.
did a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, it's different for Lakitus, but yes.
All right. So Lakitu,
Oh my
King
gosh.
King DDD,
Yep.
Dragon Chan, or Barrett, Wed Bed Dead.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mm.
whew, I feel like I'm going to.
It's a tough.
I don't. Part of me, I almost want to say that I was to wed the fat penguin because we could both enjoy. Like, I enjoy a good meal,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't want it to feel like I don't want to be like fighting over
The- last
leftovers.
drumstick.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you'd be a queen though. You'd
So-
be a queen though.
Well,
True.
the thing is, technically, he's only king, like in his own mind.
Like King Hippo.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. He's a fake king.
I mean, he has
King of the
servants, but
Okay.
no one else really recognizes his authority.
Right.
I
Okay.
got it.
It's like
got it.
Donald Trump,
King
sort
in
of.
his own mind.
Okay.
Got it. The Donald Trump of fat penguins. So
Same thing.
the swearing guy with the gun for
Barrett?
an arm.
Yeah.
I feel like I relate to that guy a lot.
Mm.
But then, and he looked kind of like he was like shirtless, and like I understand why he would be an attractive human
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
felt those sorts of feelings. But same for then though. Who was the second guy?
Dragon Chan.
Yeah.
Dragon Chan.
Little
Okay.
much thinner, but also topless as well.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what it is. So Dragon
Mm-hmm.
Chan, the topless human.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bed him.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna wed gun arm
Barrett.
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
I feel like we can just swear a lot together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know, I feel like he would just have a lot of fun stories. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Oh
Seems
yeah.
like he's had an interesting life. And then so I guess I'll kill the fat penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King.
That's
the Donald
fair.
Trump penguin.
D-
We'll kill
Actually,
him.
his name is DDD, so that's fair.
When you
There
put
you
it
go.
when you put it that way, it's hard to argue against that. Calvin, you want to go next?
Yeah.
sure, okay.
This actually is pretty easy. I would. Okay. I know. I feel bad. I'm gonna dead King DDD
Okay.
because the big eating thing is like fine.
Sure.
But like, but same thing. Like, I worry about if he's gonna eat all of my food, and like I'm skinny enough as it is. Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be really hard.
Exactly. You don't want to be fighting over scraps.
Exactly. And then that's such a metaphor for like our relationship. It's like when you fight over scraps of food, am I gonna be fighting for scraps of your attention?
Oh my God, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's just tough. So like,
true.
he's gonna have to go. I'm very sorry about that.
fair.
I would bed Dragon Chan as
Okay.
well. Actually.
Oh my gosh, so we're twinsies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it makes a lot of sense, and I feel like he's built, and that's really like
Yeah.
nice, and like maybe like in between interludes of sexual play, he can like teach me some kickboxing.
Sure.
Sometimes you got to cram everything into one night. A little
Alright.
sex, a little self defense.
Absolutely.
And then wed Barrett, because again, I know he's faithful, he's loyal, he's
Yeah.
a resistance fighter. I like.
He's just a
resistance.
sexy black guy. That's the main reason.
I mean, yeah, and like you know me. I like the fact that we could be black together.
Yeah, yeah.
We could just sit and just be like, wow, we're the only black people like around.
Yeah.
Because like I do stand up, so that happens a lot. And he's like, I mean, Final Fantasy, so that happens a lot. So could bond
Yeah.
over that.
All right.
All
cool.
right, I'm into that.
Oh boy. My choices. I think. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Might be
I'm
controversial.
on the edge of my seat.
Uh-oh.
You're in
I'm on
the
the edge of Gregory.
I may bed King Diddy.
Really?
Here's why.
Trump penguin.
Yeah, just because he might just he's a big cuddly animal. And I'm not saying that like in a gross way. I just mean like
I mean, how
And-
can you say that in a not gross way?
I know, right? It sounds gross, but listen, he might just need it. Maybe he'll stop being evil once he just can. Oh, this is nice. I finally got laid.
Okay, well, in
Maybe
my
that's
experience,
why he's
with
angry.
sleeping with assholes, they usually stay assholes after you sleep with them.
Maybe
that doesn't change.
Maybe he's maybe that's your experience. Maybe he just needs to get laid, right? It's
Sure.
definitely possible.
Okay.
So I want to try it. with him first.
Okay.
So you're like a free prostitute for him. Okay,
I
great.
guess. Well, that's what this game is. I'm going to dead Dragon Chan because he was very tough for me to beat in the game back in the day.
Oh.
He was the first one that really
it's a
gave me
revenge
trouble.
kill.
His drop kicks were so fast; they can come from the left or the right, and he would always bug me on that guy. So I think I may, yeah. And then I'm gonna have to
Okay.
wed. I'll wed Barrett as well, though, because again,
So we all had the same.
we all wed
Yeah.
him, which is nice. It's just
Or
like,
no, we did all no, because your bed. No,
oh yeah,
wait.
well, we all wed Barrett. didn't
Yeah,
all
we all
wed.
wed,
Okay,
yeah.
got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
That's
Again, protector.
nice.
He's been on adventures. He's got some
Yeah,
stories.
He's always got that gun in his arm.
He's
Yeah.
always got a gun.
Any tricky situation.
Just anytime,
Yeah.
just get rid of this person, please. Just
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
He's like a hotter Mega Man.
It's exciting.
I guess. Yeah, Megan's a robot, so
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah. So, well, that was fun. Lakitu.
Was fun.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for
This has
having
been
me, you
amazing.
guys. I really appreciate it. And then, hopefully I'll get this human podcast started.
Yeah, let us
Yeah,
know.
let us
So you guys
know.
can tell us all of your weird human.
Would it be all about humans, your
quirks.
podcast?
Oh, that would be the only reason I would do a podcast.
awesome.
Yeah, it would just
Yeah.
be for humans to come on and talk about being a weird fucking human.
Yeah.
That's true, because we have a lot of weird stuff. You know.
So
A lot of
much
weird people.
stuff.
A lot of weird people.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You guys don't make sense, and that's
we really
why
don't.
I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we definitely can't be in clouds because we have
Yeah.
to, use the bathroom. Which, how does that work as a
We-
Lakitu?
No,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. No, I get asked that question all the time. Like a lot of the
From regular
Mariosphere
species.
entities.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that-
mean we
yeah.
just don't. No, also, I'm saying like the Lakitus and then also some of the other Mariosphere entities. We're just not built like humans.
a
We
pretty-
don't need to relieve ourselves. It doesn't. It just physiologically it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Again, I'm not a scientist.
Gregory's
but
lucky for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes. Oh my god. Could you imagine if I
just
got
went-
older and became incontinent and like
He just went few, if I could translate
Yeah.
his expression.
that? Yeah, I
Phew.
would say that that's accurate.
Yeah.
He's got to go, it looks like.
He's-
Lakitu,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming.
Seriously,
Thank
thank you.
you so
Thank you.
This has been
much.
amazing. So,
Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
guys.
Yeah,
Gregory
so-
says that this has been a pleasure for him as well.
Get them safe, guys. Back
Yeah,
to,
seriously.
Dan, do you take the pipes right back to the Mushroom King?
Yep, right back.
That's
yeah.
Okay, good.
Mhm,
Yeah, I would
absolutely.
say don't
Very
go this
easy.
way because it's windy today.
Yeah.
And with that, everybody, thank you so much for listening to another great episode of Playable Characters Podcast, and we'll talk to you next.
Whee!
Bye-bye.
Today's playable character is portrayed by comedian, host, and writer Chelsea White. Please check out her podcast, Ghosted Stories, or you can check out her web series, Show Me Your Kitty. You can find Chelsea White at thechelseawhite.com.